We've been waiting a while for this week, and the time has finally come. It's Let's Game Ontario 152, Mad Max. You've seen the movie, right?
Yep, I've
Yeah?
seen Fury Road.
Yeah.
Mad Max Fury Road. It's a really, really good movie. Now, to touch on the old ones,
Yeah.
people were like, "Oh, they better do a good job." They did an excellent job on this.
I think that's a good touching point. Like, so I might be a little bit biased because I really enjoyed the movie as well. So you're sort of going into this game, if you've seen the movie, and you're like, you're expecting maybe possibly a repeat of the movie, and it sort of starts off that way. I'm not sure if you sort of thought that too. They sort of tried to mimic, a bit of
The movie,
the
genre.
movie.
But the thing is, I think this is before the movie.
Yeah.
So this is like, it's actually, I think it's set like it's not on the movie. I'm pretty sure. It's just like goes
Yeah.
through the motions. Like this is a Mad Max
It's a
game.
separate story,
Has nothing to
I
really.
think.
Yeah, I don't think it has anything to do with the.
That-
It went into a
that
totally different direction because you lost your car. You're gonna get your car rebuilt. So basically, I think it's before the movie. Could be.
I think
who
so.
knows?
Yeah.
I think I didn't really read up on the game. All I know is I got bad reviews. I don't see anything bad about it. Yeah, there's some things that you can nitpick at. Like we went and did a mission. We didn't know how to buy it because it said to put a gas can down.
Yeah.
And then I think a lot of people did get stuck on that. So we had to walk all the way back, get it, or drive back, get it, and walk all the way back with the gas can, light
Yeah.
it, and then you
On
throw
foot
it.
in a desert, too,
Yeah.
so-
So that was awesome.
Yeah.
Got to see
That
nothing
was
but
part of the
desert.
Mad Max experience that you don't
Yes.
see and
In
get
the
to
movie.
experience in the movie.
walking.
Max walking around.
Oh, and his little hop
Disgusting.
thing
Yeah.
that he does, like, ooh.
That was.
ooh.
You missed that hop. I was hopping against the car, and I'm like, oh, that's hilarious. He's like lifting feet, like he was hopscotching, and then he hopscotched, unfortunately, off the cliff, and then I handed the controller to you. So.
Yes, it
Yeah.
was funny.
But this game, the controls are pretty good. I don't know how it played when it first came out before like any patches or anything, but
Yeah, they were.
it seemed like a fun, like
Yeah.
pretty comprehensive game. Like maybe, I think actually from what I remember, people were saying this. There's a lot of fetch quests in this game, so if you don't mind like being, told where to go, I think you can turn that off. Usually you can in games. I didn't see it quickly. But I think that was the main thing. Like, if you like to explore, then, this game's a little bit more rigid, but there's still side quests you can do. So it's not
Yeah.
totally linear that...
Well, they're still exploring it, but I think they tried. Like people were expecting like a GTA open world,
Yeah.
and it's sort of like that, but it's more dumbed down. I think.
It's like GTA Light.
Yeah, it's like
meets
light,
Mad Max.
but it is what it is. I think the fighting is phenomenal in it.
It's fun.
I really got
nothing
excited
quite
about
like-
it when you punch out somebody. When
Yeah,
you
exactly,
block
and
them,
then you swing around and
punch
grab
them.
their leg.
Yeah.
And I think it's really true to the movie, at least
Oh,
the
yeah.
last movie in particular. I haven't seen all the other movies, unfortunately.
Oh, I've seen them all.
completely.
They're all good because it's Mel Gibson in them. The new ones, hopefully I forget what the actor's name. Hopefully he stays in all of them.
Yeah.
If they make any more, which I hope they do, because I mean they did such a good job. On it.
Originally, George Miller said he wasn't going to do any more, and then there was such an uproar that people are like, so he's like, maybe it took like 13 years for him to, I think it was 13 years to make this one movie, because it kept getting like pushed around the studios, and he had to get the money to do it. But no, I think this game's fun. I can see if there was a lot of fetch quests, I can see. It's something you more play, in bursts. I'm not sure if it depends, I guess, how much is you collecting pieces and picking up items. versus-
Scrapping
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
adventure.
But
Yeah.
see, like to me, I'd find that exciting because I mean I played GTA, I played
Mm-hmm.
Minecraft, I played stuff that you have to get resources and gather them up.
Mm-hmm.
I like that type of game.
Yeah.
Some people don't like that type of game. I do. I probably play it for hours and not even know that I'm playing it. Now, people I think were ragging on the driving in it. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
little loose. It's not
Yeah.
perfected like GTA, but GTA, you're playing with high performance cars. These are supposed to be desert scrapped cars that you're building. I can
Exactly.
understand why it's a little
completely different.
Yeah, I can see why the driving's a little looser and people didn't
universe
really
or
like it. But it's I think it's fine. I'm not going to really nitpick at that. The only thing
Yeah.
that's really nitpicky is the missions are a little like vague, what you do.
Yeah.
And like it didn't like. How did we're supposed to know that you're supposed to light it and throw it?
Yeah.
I mean, it
And
could,
that was
it could
even
have
an
told you.
option too.
Yeah,
So.
it could have told you that. We just weren't paying. If you're not paying close attention, you just throw it down and then you have to, like you said, walk or go back with the car and then walk all the way back with it. I mean, it's over. I can overlook that because it didn't take no time to go there to do that.
Yeah, it wasn't.
And
like,
the guy
I'm so
automatically,
stuck that.
yeah, your guy shows up. Like the car just automatically shows up and you're there. Anyways,
Yeah,
for the
my,
guy.
my car was
Just
on
warps
fire
there.
because I kept crashing into
Yes.
walls and the objects put in the way so that you would crash into them, obstacles. But in the cutscene, like suddenly, my car was fine. So I
It's
guess
like he blew out the flame.
yeah, exactly. I did it, or maybe
His
our
hood was still
companion
there.
guy, Chum Tucker, or
yeah,
whatever his
yeah.
name is.
He fixed the car or something.
But yeah, I mean, I thought it was fun. Would it be a classic? I don't know if it would be a classic game, but it's a fun game for.
I could still consider it an A-lister.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
High production value
yes.
for sure. Like the game looks amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing. The fighting is like Batman Arkham City.
Yeah.
Very very fluent. You don't feel like, oh, I'm getting beat up and I'm dying.
Yeah,
all
you
the
don't
time.
get ragged on, which
is nice.
The worst in beat 'em ups, like, yeah, they almost seem to, they don't wait, but there's enough time there that it feels like they almost do, but not to distract you
Yeah.
in a fight.
And I also got to mention that the cinematics are really clear and they're really fun to watch, and they're not as long as the Metal Gear. It's not like, oh, I have to watch an hour-long movie. It's like, oh, a little cutscene and then right back to game.
Yeah, exactly. They're pretty brief. I think one thing people were saying, there was the cutscenes quality, and then there's the actual game. But honestly, the actual game looks fine, and it
Yeah,
seems
as long as
to.
you have a high-powered
It seems
graphics card.
very. Well, no, just like the diversity. That's what I was thinking. Like, it seems like, to me, there's enough diversity to be like, okay, and keep me entertained. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't follow that criticism. I just don't. I'm not sure if there are a lot of fetch quests later. I can totally see how someone would not be as excited to do another 10 hours of that. But it does seem like a fun game so far, at least in like the bursts that we played. So.
Yeah, and if it's repetitive, like, oh, I've already did this mission like 10 to 20 times, I can see why that's annoying. But some people like me like that.
Yeah.
I'm a drone. When I play a machine, when I play a game, I play it like a machine. I just jump into it and put my head down and just get it done. Some people don't like that. They just want, and I think some people were complaining that was too short. But I mean, that's the way games are made today. They're short because of the fact they want to make the money and then go on to the next thing. And I understand that. It's not like back then when you bought a game, you bought it because due to the fact it was 2 to 3 to 4 hours long, maybe even days, weeks. But I find the game right now, it's exciting. Maybe my opinion might change of it the longer I play it, but I think I will really enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean, there's enough fight scenes that it's interesting, and maybe there's more fights to come because it's sort of all balanced. It seems like it's pretty balanced. Like there's not too much of one thing. You sort of, at least at the beginning, it seems like it's all balanced out. You have fights, you have the card, quests, collect items, scrap and stuff. So it seems like they get straight into the game and there's no like filler, at least so far. So.
Yeah, and I think because we didn't get too far in it, I think scrap is either used for a currency or it's used to fix your car. It's one of those two things. Now eating, we didn't really eat anything in the game. I think that's a thing.
I think that's just your general health. I'm not sure if there is food. I didn't.
But I think like drink and stuff like that to fill your health, which is fine. We didn't get that far in it, but hey, from what we've seen, I think it's going to be a good game.
Yeah, I wouldn't give it like a perfect score. No. I'd give it better than average because it's fun enough, it's polished enough. I think 75-80%, just to throw a number out there. I think it's it's like pretty solid.
I think it's about 80% good because the what brings it probably down would be like the driving in it, which you could overlook that if you played enough.
If you do have to drive around, but it didn't seem like there was. I don't know how much bigger the world gets, but it didn't seem like there was a lot of driving. Like, I saw you driving Grand Theft Auto 5, and like, there's like 10 minutes of driving. Well, there's not really that so far in this. So
Well, because you can play as it's called CEO. They brought a new expansion to it, or more gameplay to it, which is called CEO. So you have to drive and get packages, and sometimes they can take 10 to 20 minutes to get all the packages. Depends on how many people you have in your organization and all that, or playing with friends. But it does take about 5 to 10 minutes to go out, get it, come back with it. It's a lot of fun. But Mad Max, like you said, uh, it is what it is. It's a GTA clone, basically, just dumbed down.
yeah,
That's about all I gotta say about it.
and it seems pretty accurate. I mean, Mad Max wouldn't be loaded with shotgun shells. It seems
No.
like it makes sense to the universe that it's in. Like we had what 6? I don't know how many shotgun.
Yeah, and I
bolts,
accidentally used them all. By
Yeah,
accident,
that's okay, though.
B's the shoot, and I didn't know that, and I kept on like
Yeah.
pulling my gun in and shooting.
punch a guy and then shoot them. It's like
Yeah. Which I
Yeah.
shot a guy off the cliff, and I laughed my
Yeah, that
butt
was
off
pretty
because it was so
awesome
funny
when I
because
saw
he
that.
felt like he just blew him off the cliff, and I went down and looked,
you
and it's
punched
just
them,
nothing
and then
but
you're
cliff,
like, see you later, sucker. Blow you away.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say like it's rock solid. The game now isn't $60. I think when it came out, 60, it might be
Could have been a little
bit
too high, yeah.
Yeah, for the content,
For
but
expectations
30,
of it.
and 15, like definitely, that seems like a really good deal for this game. So
Yeah, well, they tried. I think why it was that high because the movie just came out. They wanted to make as much as possible off of it.
yeah,
And
and
then
I
people-
heard they delayed it.
yeah.
I think at one point the game.
And then they got
So-
and then it got delayed, and then it just the hype. Everybody's like, oh, and then
And it came after
Yeah.
the movie, so I think
Yeah.
people get upset if they're like, "Oh, where's the game?" And it's like, "Oh, sorry, the game's not out yet." So
well, it's not only that, but it didn't follow. It didn't follow like the actual. It doesn't. I don't think it has a little bit of movie stuff in it, but it doesn't follow it to a T.
Yeah.
And people don't really like that, but I like. I mean, I don't care if it followed the movie as long as it's good gameplay.
yeah, exactly. I mean, to me, it's when you see the movie, it's about Mad Max. Ultimately,
Yeah.
it's what he does. You're following him, no matter what other characters are in the movie.
Or even what
You
story
gotta
is
focus.
following.
Yeah, exactly. The focus is on Mad Max and his journey. And I think any criticism of, oh, why isn't this character from the movie in it? It's kind of moot because it's a Mad Max and it's named after him. Like we're not
Exactly.
focusing on, some character you barely even see. So
Already seen once in the movie.
yeah,
So,
exactly. Or so that's pretty much it. I thought the sounds were good. The graphics were really well done. It wasn't the best game we've played, but I think it's definitely one of the best. Especially for $10, you can't really go wrong.
Yeah, I recommend it. What did you buy it on Steam?
I think I bought it in a bundle. I think it was Humble Bundle, $10 or so. If you bought like this many games, it's sort of the bonus game for
Yeah.
$10.
So if you want to buy it there, go buy it and check it out yourself. It's one of those trial and errors. I mean, for $10, you can't really go wrong for $10. At least it's not 60.
Exactly, for sure. All right, well, that's pretty much it for me. I mean,
Yep.
I recommend it. It's fun.
I recommend it too.
So 2 thumbs up. All right, guys. Well, we'll see you next week. Keep on gaming, and yeah, Let's Game Ontario 153. So see you then.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.